guys, Fat Guy's back, and today we're going to talk about some mess kits. Now, mess kits come in varying shapes, sizes, whatever you want, but it all depends on what you want to do. Are you going out backpacking? Are you going out just taking your entire effing kitchen? Something my sister likes to do. It's all up to you. So, mess kits, we're going to cover the ones that I personally own, and keep in mind, I usually go by myself. So, anyway, without any further ado, a mess kit is essentially cookware that you can eat out of, or some even have dedicated eating. So anyway, this bad boy I bought just for this video and did a little cooking in it, just so I could tell you how well it works. But this is an Ozark Trails mess kit, 5-piece I think, and it was $6. So you can pick this up at Walmart, $6. Now this is of a design, and I've seen a design that's very similar to this, except it had a wing nut and a curve, and Coleman still makes that kind of design. But this is an old design, an old kind of mess kit that they have made for a long time. This just happens to be a Chinese knockoff of it that they sell at Walmart under their name brand. So this one's stainless steel. The other ones might be tin or something back in the day. They even make these in aluminum. In fact, I think this was upgraded from aluminum to what it is now, because I guess they were like melting and stuff because they were just too thin of aluminum. So you got your plate, you got a pot, you got your pan, you got this thing. I've kept this whole cup around just to show you guys. That now goes into the trash. It's in ounces, and it's just a freaking measuring cup. It serves no real use. But here you got this little pot that I personally don't put much stock in. It does have a bail handle, but you know, it's, if you have a dog, it'd make a good dog bowl. But personally, I don't personally like the little thing here. Now this mess kit is pretty much what a traditional, I think, World War I mess kit was. It's basically this. So early war mess kits, World War I or somewhere around there. I do know that I seen a, you know, like I said, a World War I era mess kit from the Boy Scouts that was pretty much identical to this in make. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. It was pretty much identical to this, but $6. You have paper thin stainless steel. First time using it, it worked. So if you buy this, don't expect it to be a family heirloom, I don't think. But who knows? But starting out, you could probably do worse. But also, you're going to have to really learn how to cook with it. This is what you'll most likely find nowadays. It is generally what I bought this kit just because it came with a stove. Isobutane stove, because I was looking for another one, and they were about $14. This whole kit was $14, so why not get the extras? That did not come with it, but or did it? I don't remember. Anyway, got these two guys. Those come in it. I tried to get all these kits back to what they were, because you'll find you will you will make these kits your own. You will find things you don't like said stupid cup. But as you can see, you got a pot, you got a pan, and these double as, you know, a bowl and a plate respectively. So, you know, they come in a little mesh sack that holds them together. In there. If you are starting out cooking or camping, I would highly suggest you go to your local military surplus store. If the military has done one thing well, it's camping. So to get the gear that they have, even the old gear, still holds up fairly well. So while you're there, you will probably pick up one of these. This is a US mess kit. If you're in America, you'll pick up one of these. Britain has a pretty good canteen too. Their mess kits I don't particularly care for, but you know, to each his own. But anyway, this is what you usually will find loose. They were issued silverware and a bag to keep it in too, but usually the silverware is sold separately. But yeah, you get a double serve tray and a pan. And the cool thing you notice is that this pan sits directly on there pretty stably. That ring in there, and it becomes a bigger tray. So you know, I'm not gonna have this tipping over too much. But you know, you can put it like that. So it's pretty versatile, and of course you have a pan. So if you needed to fry something, you have a pretty sturdy little pan to do it in. And this particular kit, I do believe, was from the Korean War, if I remember right. And of course, that gives you plenty of space to put different things in. Maybe even carry your food in this if you're backpacking. But while you're there, might as well visit the canteen section. Pick you up a canteen. Now my holders are all stuck to my bag. They're on there pretty permanently, so you know, I brought you out what I have. But nowadays it comes in plastic canteens. Older styles would have had aluminum or tin. If you want to become a millionaire, look for the ones that are steel covered in enamel. That was probably a little facetious. Probably not a millionaire, but they are rare. But anyway, you'll get this cup. Well, not this one particularly, which we'll touch on later. But they come with canteen cups. Or most of the time they come with canteen cups. You can buy these for $5 on Amazon. Just the canteen. And it's not bad to have extra canteens if you want to throw an extra $5 at your camping gear. But you know, I'm saying you'll probably pick up most of the stuff for maybe $30 at the most. At a, I don't know. Actually, no, that might be a really high assessment. Most surplus stores don't sell for a whole lot. Stores. Go online, they have it amped up a little. But anyway, this, besides the modern canteen, is pretty much what my grandfather would have carried in the Philippines during World War II. Nowadays, you're more than likely going to find this if you buy it brand new or even in surplus stores. But, you know, same canteen. You probably could find a black cover more than likely. But you'll get this little an aluminum canteen. And you'll find them with both variants. This little butterfly handle and the and this super third leg that this one comes with. I would say they were just trying to cheap out with this. Of course, aluminum is a lot cheaper than stainless, but it's also a lot lighter, so if you're backpacking, this may be preferable to you. But also, this is just much more comfortable to drink out of, as opposed to trying to drink with your hand all the way out here. So, to each his own on that one. These would probably be cheaper. Moving on. The big one you're probably going to find is this. This is the Stanley Adventure Outdoor Kit, or Mess Kit, or something. I can't remember what the hell it's called, but anyway, this I believe is $14 now. It used to be like $25 for the longest time. I bought this one on Amazon when it was on 10. It usually comes with a plastic little tab here. I was trying to modify that one from something I saw on YouTube, and I broke it. So I just drilled a hole into it, put the little thing back in there because this is stamped on, and put a ring on it. So anyway, this has been modified, so you're going to find them with a little green tab up here. I have not gotten this one out in the field. I've used it on a stove though. But this pretty much just comes with this. And the reason this is in with mess kits is, one, it comes with your cup, but this is a pot. So if it's you and another person and you are backpacking, or you're just out for an overnighter, this is a good one to have. You got graduation marks telling you where your level is, so if you're doing pre-dehydrated meals or something like that, you got it. You got your cups here for each person. Now, I took the cups out altogether. I just brought them out for you guys to see. I usually have stove and all sorts of stuff in here. But it's not a bad little kit. Can't wait to get it out on a fire. Yeah, until I started trying to dig this stuff out, I didn't realize how much crap I really had. While you're in the camping section, you're going to find something like this. This is an Ozark Trail mug. They're not bad. But if I were you, and you do want to go with the Stanley way, what I liked was I did this, and I just, because it nests like that, if you're one person, you have a cup, your lid, your cup, and everything all there. Buy one of those pouches on Amazon that comes with Molly Rig, and you can you just have this whole little setup you don't have to worry too much about. And of course, take out those two cups if you want to, and you'll have all that room to carry all your other stuff. Your isobutane torch and all that, or yeah, isobutane stove and all that. So yeah, this is a good thing to have. Carrying on. There are three types of camping. You have your regular camping, which I like to do. You have bushcraft, which is basically camping put on hard level. It's a more primitive sort of camping. Your bushcrafter would take out something like this. This is Dave Canterbury's Pathfinder School mug. I didn't buy the entire kit because I can't afford it, and I splurged on this mug because I like the lid that it comes with. But I'm telling you, I'm not 100% sure about the cup. But I also like the butterfly handles. So, but the cup itself is also a small pot, along with the graduation marks telling you where you're at. But what makes this cup so unique as opposed to the other ones is the lid. We have a fish hook or a fish mouth spreader here. I do believe they sell their own version of this that has a little more gradual of a hook at the bottom, but the whole idea of this is that you can hold it over a fire, or stick it over a fire. Obviously, you're not going to hold it over a fire. And that is a disclaimer I have to put on my Stanley kit too, is I actually drilled holes into it, and I broke I had a lantern give out on me, so I made a bail handle out of its bail handle. So this also has a bail handle now, but that's not included. I drilled those holes myself. This one is designed for this. So that's the whole reason for buying this one. Because I backpack, I'm not a bushcrafter per se. I do like modern conveniences. I do think that modern technology has its advantages. I carry a lighter. I prefer not to use a ferro rod if I don't need to. You know, they do that stuff for fun. They are into building their own shelters and stuff like that. So this really falls up their alley, just carrying the cup around and maybe a few other odds and ends. Because they also carry some cookware, which I will present to you some. Because I actually have a bushcrafting kit that I sometimes take out in the field. But I bought this for $14. And this is basically, and in some ways more superior to the Pathfinder cup. They're both made out of stainless steel. This one has a longer handle on it. And that's the reason I was kind of big on this one, is because of the butterfly handle deal. It's the same thing with the canteen cups we had. It just depends on how you want to do it. Although this doesn't stick out far nearly as much as a canteen cup. But anyway, it comes with this lid. And the wonderful thing about these lids is that I didn't show you this. But take a look at our little Ozark Trail $4 camping cup. Literally $4. If you buy one of these cups, or these mess kits, that's the Stanley mess kit lid. That's the whatever the hell that is. That's its lid. And you have the Pathfinder lid. All of them fit this little guy. So if you add this to one of your setups, it works pretty good. It works as its own little standalone pot when you have the lid. And they even make lids for canteen cups. Or, yeah, canteen cup. Yeah, right. Canteen cups. They make lids for those too. I just don't see the point. You're already shoving as much as you can into that, those covers anyway, so. Anyway, those are the pre-prepared doodads they have. But one thing you'll notice, hear me say a lot, is grab what you already have at home. And if you're looking into cookware, you will literally find nothing better to cook with than your cast iron skillet. If you have one of these at home, you are golden. These things hold heat really well. So you put it on the fire, because fire is really unreliable. So if you have something really thick bottomed like this that'll hold your heat, oh man, you are, yeah, you're good to go, man. And of course you have pots. if you have a good thick metal pot like this. If you're not backpacking, take these things along. These are wonderful camping utensils out in the field, just as they are here at home. So don't think if you and your family are going out, you have to invest in a whole bunch of this stuff. Take this and some of these, and you are good to go with a family. When my sisters and I go on a trip, a 5-day trip or so, we take the whole damn kitchen, like I said. Now, here is my little bushcrafting set I told you about. This, I pieced it together, but I can't tell you how much I have into this. It's a little more than what I would have liked. But, obviously you'll want to take this off before you cook with it. But Hershey's had a little brownie kit that came with this little pan. After seasoning it up a few times, it's good to go. I love this little pan. I've only used it a handful of times. So, I mean, just because it's adorable, Oh. I also have what's called a one egg wonder, which is pretty much this in a Teflon version. I'm very weary about Teflon, especially out in the field. It's just one more thing that could go wrong. But, anyway, I've shown this before, but it is an aluminum pot. Aluminum, they called it a Dutch oven, but it's not. It's actually Mexican. It's light, does its job. Musa. I put this big old screw that I had laying around into it, as opposed to its actual knob that it came with. But I recently added these. This can be used as a cutting board and a plate. And of course you have a spoon, and I had to carve down my own little pre-existing, obviously, spatula, but I had to get it back into shape. But yeah, this, if I feel like I'm going to do more than just rehydrate a meal or something, I'll carry this along. So you don't necessarily have to go all out when buying your cook set. It really depends on what you're doing. Are you backpacking? Carry this or a titanium version of this. Bushcrafting? Carry this and maybe a bigger version of it if you're cooking for other people. Are you just getting out there for the first time? These will do you just fine. Depends on what you want to cook, what you're carrying with you, and how you're getting to your destination. Anyway, that's it. I think I've kept you here long enough. Don't know if we'll ever cover this topic again, but I do have to talk about stoves, so you'll probably see some of this stuff again. But I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.